War is peace, freedom, slavery. Ignorance is strength. Oh, I know what's going on. George Orwell warned us about this stuff, right? Right around election time, too. Right around election time, what happens? War breaking out. War breaking out. You heard? I've been watching this stuff, trying to figure out what the hell is going on, right? So it appears that a Iranian general, Qassem Soleimani general, Iranian general, got blown up in an airstrike in Iran. Iran's the enemy? Why are they blowing people up in Iran? You saw the hand? The New York Post had a picture of the guy's hand with the ring. Like they found his hand. They knew he was dead because they found his hand with the ring on it. This shit is crazy, right? So let's look. Talk me down. Now, I know the headline caught your attention. Trump did it to win re-election. Is that ridiculous? No, not at all. It's like, what better diversion? What better attention grabber than start a war? Have a war. Have a full-blown war going on while people are trying to run against you. You never beat a president at war. You never beat a president at war. Bush Jr. did that. Remember with Iraq, that was his winning point. You couldn't get rid of Bush Jr. because he was at war defending our great nation from the evildoers that did 9/11. So war is, in this scenario, war is peace. Now, tell me I'm crazy. I don't know. I think I'm pretty accurate in what I'm seeing. So let's just watch some of the report because I don't know all the details. Let's just, for a second, let's believe that mainstream media is giving us the facts as they are happening. So let's listen.
Between the U.S. and Iran. The top Iranian general has been killed in an airstrike while leaving the Baghdad airport. The Pentagon confirmed the U.S. military carried out the attack. Qassem Soleimani was one of the most powerful figures in the Middle East and had been the top military man in Iran for more than 20 years. This attack comes after Iranian-backed groups breached the U.S. embassy in Baghdad just 2 days ago. We now turn to ABC's Kira Phillips, who's with President Trump in West Palm Beach, Florida. Kira.
When reports of the airstrike at the Baghdad airport broke tonight, there was one question on everyone's mind. Was the United States responsible? Well, the president was cryptic. He responded with only a picture, tweeting out the image of the American flag.
Trump has confirmed that the U.S. did the strike. It's confirmed. Confirmed.
My White House sources were able to confirm that not only did the strike happen, but it was ordered by President Trump. The Pentagon announcing that the strike did indeed kill the powerful commander of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, Qassem Soleimani, as well as the head of an Iranian-backed Iraqi militia. And it was ordered by President Trump. Now, here in the U.S., Republicans are calling this a success, saying Trump made a brave and correct call. But the president is also facing questions from his critics on Capitol Hill, asking if the United States carried out the assassination without authorization from Congress, potentially bringing this country to the brink of an all-out war.
The brink of an all-out war. So are we clear so far what's going on? So allegedly there's this general Qassem Soleimani in Iran, and Trump orders the hit. All right, goes around Congress. That's not a big deal. That happens all the time. If the U.S. deems it as an emergency, which they always do, and kill somebody, because it's national security, then it's justified. But it is, so far the details are pretty clear. Trump orders the hit on this guy, kills him, and for what? Let's find out.
Kira, thanks. Joining us now is ABC News Chief Global Affairs Correspondent Martha Raddatz. Now, Martha, you were on the ground in Iraq with Soleimani not too long ago. What was his presence like there?
Well, when ISIS was taking over towns in Iraq, Soleimani would often be seen in Iraq, traveling back and forth between Iran and Iraq to help lead the fight, these Iranian-backed militias against ISIS. He was a very strong but very mysterious presence in Iraq. He was not high profile by any means, but people certainly knew he was there. And
so he was fighting the ISIS soldiers in Iraq. Isn't that a good thing? I thought that was a good thing. I thought we don't like ISIS. See how they switch sides? It's crazy. Let's try to understand it. I know some of you watching it understand it better than I do, but I'm just listening for really the first time on this Qassem Soleimani.
Certainly knew what he was doing in trying to defeat ISIS. But I will also say that his presence was felt throughout the war there because he was responsible for the deaths of many Americans, and I heard soldiers and generals and everyone talk about that and what the Iranians had done and the Iranian weapons that were present in Iraq. And
okay, so they provided the allegation is that this guy, in conjunction with Iran, provided arms to our enemy, Iraq, and our illegal presence in the country of Iraq. Soldiers get whacked with illegal, being there illegally. They're not, we invaded their country, and they get whacked. And now, through this weird connection of dots, this guy is guilty. This guy is guilty of death, blowing him up coming out of the airport for providing arms to Iraq that killed American soldiers illegally in Iraq. Okay, I get it.
Targeting American troops.
So clearly this is a victory tonight then for the Trump administration, but I would imagine that Iran will have a response, yes?
I think it's almost certain Iran will have some sort of response.
No, you're going to just shoot. You're just going to blow up a general in a country, and there'll be no consequence. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. You killed our head general. We've got other generals. It's not a big deal. We don't mind that you assassinated a man in his own country for a war crime, a theory, a conspiracy theory, with no real proof, an allegation. It's okay. And that's not going to start a war, right? Why would people go to war? If you did it to us, if you blew up, I don't know, somebody walking out of the airport in Kennedy Airport, some high-ranking general, or down the block where I live in the fort, we wouldn't care, right? We'd be like, oh, no, it's no big deal. What? Oh, it's Iran. They blew up a general, so what? Who cares, right? It's not a big deal, man. Look, people join the military, and sometimes they get whacked. Sometimes they get whacked when you join the military. So why should Iran really care? Right? Because it's a military guy. Right? Is that what we're supposed to believe? That Iran, I'm sorry, I'm saying Iraq. But the Iran guy is Iran's just going to sit on their hands and say, oh, it's no big deal? I don't think so.
Even given what we've heard from them this evening in tweets, and that the United States in some way will pay for this. I think the important thing here to look at in any kind of Iranian response is whether they take credit for it. Remember with the attacks earlier this year on the Saudi oil fields.
That's a fake attack, by the way. That was never proven to have happened. The Iranian, the oil fields getting blown up by Iranians themselves. And
the drone attacks.
Another fake story. You remember the drone attacks that the Iranians took down a drone in the fucking port down there, right by the oil fields in the peninsula down in the water somewhere, and fucking I don't even know where. Right where the boats go. The boats go down the African fucking Horn, right down there. And we said that the Iranians blew up our drone. What the hell are we doing fucking 8,000 miles away flying drones over Saudi Arabia or over Iran? We're not supposed to be there is the point, right? And all these fake stories, this is like the basis of it.
They talked about the drone, but they did not talk about the Saudi oil fields. They did not take responsibility.
They're not going to do it sneakily. I could tell you right away. Iran. All right, I saw enough of the media stuff. Right, I get the picture. So I know what's going on. So, look, it's political, right? It's political. You start a war, a small one, any war, right? Now, watch how the White House and Trump prop this up, Right? It's right around the time of the Democrats. The idea is to make Trump look good. They whack the general. They're not going to get. There's not going to be much of a kickback. There might be some. There might be some anger. There might be some rallying in Iran. Something to focus on. Oh, we're at war with Iran. We're at war with Iran. And that's good, right? Because again, Bush Jr. was at war with Iraq. Right? During war, times of war, our president almost what? Always gets reelected. So talk me down. Am I jumping to a conclusion that this is designed to beat the Democrat, Bernie Sanders, who I think will be the nominee, again, cheating aside? Is that the play here? Is this a giant false flag? Really? For lack of a better term, that's what it is, right? To create an enemy, draw a contrast between our enemy, start a war, go around Congress, and then get the Democrats to say, look how Trump, he went around Congress to blow up Qassem in Iran. He's supposed to come to us before he does it. So it makes then Trump can turn around and say, look, see how soft the Democrats are? So this is the layman's view of what's going on, but it does make sense that war in times of political elections are good for the incumbent, are good for the warmonger, which now is Trump. Right? So I don't know. Look, why did we blow somebody up on their own property? Right? If he was over here causing trouble or some kind of war crime, but no, it seems another senseless killing, another fictional war. So good luck. I mean, here we go. Here we go. We're now going to be at war with Iran. Is it an act of war? Is it an act of war to kill a leading general who is beloved by the people in his own country? Is it an act of war? You're damn right it's an act of war. Marcus Conte reporting.